How to de-stress as an entrepreneur. So I got a great question for one of my YouTube viewers. Love you guys. Marilyn, who wrote in to say, "Hi Evan, can you make a video about taking a day off or just turning it off? As an entrepreneur, we're always working both mind and body. How do you de-stress and detoxify yourself from all these buildups? Do you turn off your phone, no emails, put up a do not disturb sign? Do you believe in holistic cleansing? Just wondering, thank you." Thank you for the great question. And running a business is not easy, right? This isn't easy. Whoever said this is going to be a walk in the park, they're kidding themselves. This is the hardest thing you're ever going to do in your life. If you're pouring your heart into it and you're facing rejection and you're not seeing the momentum, this is hard and you are going to get stressed out. And just battling through and staying motivated helps. But I'm going to give you my 3 suggestions to help you de-stress, maybe detoxify, but help you build a better business, one that you're proud of and one that you can continue on running. Number 1 is eliminate distractions. You mentioned, do I turn off my email? Do I turn off my phone? I don't have a phone. I don't use a cell phone number. I don't check my email during the day. I don't check my social media accounts. You know, I have designated times for everything. It's really important, if you want to stay as stress-free as possible as an entrepreneur, to have dedicated times of focused work. I prefer 90-minute chunks, and I say in this 90 minutes I'm going to focus on this and only this. And every time you get distracted, you lose your focus, and then to get back into where you were, it's hard, right? You lose your momentum and it stresses you out because you want to get this thing done. And it's like you keep getting interrupted and you can't make any progress. I remember last night I got an idea. I wanted to interview Howard Schultz, who's the founder of Starbucks, as the chairman of Starbucks, for my book. And so I started writing him an email. I started writing, and my wife Nina says, "Hey Evan, can you come look at the freezer?" And I'm like, you know, let me finish writing this note and I'll be right there. And then I'm still writing. She thought I had finished. She said, "Hey, can you come look at the freezer?" I'm like, "Oh, fine, I'll come look at the freezer." And there are these icicles that were forming or whatever. And then I got frustrated, and then I went back and I looked at my email and like I totally forgot what I was doing. And I had to get back in the zone and like, I just wanted to finish. And so that happens to a lot of people all the time. You keep getting interrupted with people knocking at your door or calling or emailing you, and that you're always in reactive mode instead of chunking out times, blocking it off and saying, this is what I'm going to work on for this 90 minutes. So that's what I do. 90-minute chunks, 15-minute breaks in between to let your brain, you know, de-stress a little bit and shift gears and just not look at the computer or whatever you're doing. And then into your next 90-minute chunk. And don't let people walk all over your time. You've got to set up limits and say, this is what I'm doing, nobody bug me. And you know, I don't check my phone or email or any of that stuff, so you got to turn all that stuff off. Number 2 is design a better business. Design a better business. I hate the idea of, I'm going to work so hard on my business and stress myself out so much and then just take a break from it all and build up the fortitude to go off and do it all again and invest all this time and then have to go take another vacation. I think your business, you're not working with somebody else, right? This is your business. You get to design whatever you want to do. You get to create the world that you want to create. So design a world that supports you. I don't think you have to be all stressed out and then take a break from it all. Your business should be designed in a way that you get energy from it. It shouldn't be an energy stealer. The things that you do in your company should lift you up and not super stress you out all the time. I make these videos not because somebody told me to do videos, not because it's a smart business thing to do, but I love it. Like, I love being able to answer questions. I love being able to reach people. Your comments mean the world to me. They make my morning every day when I'm eating my lentils and checking out my computer. That's the first thing I look at because it gives me energy. You guys fuel me to do more and to be better. And if there was something that kept stealing my energy, kept stressing me out, I would eliminate it. Gone. Like that does not need to be in my life. And I'll focus on something else that gives me energy. So design your business in a way that supports you and feeds you instead of drains you. And number 3 is follow your flow. As much as I have my days scheduled and I have my 90-minute chunks at a time, and you know, Wednesday is my video day, so I'm sitting here recording all of these videos, I like to stay in flow as much as possible and try to get to flow and listen to your body and having an awareness over what you're feeling right now and how it's translated into your work. And so what I mean by that is sometimes you're working on something and you're feeling it and you're in the flow and just awesome stuff is being cranked out and you know that you're creating great work. And the other times it feels like a struggle, like you can't get in the zone and the quality, is suffering. To force that doesn't work. You're not going to get great results from it, so stop and go do something else. So when I'm making these videos, I do 2 videos every day. So 14 videos a week are coming out and I got to sit down and record these things and answer your questions and do all this stuff. And some Wednesdays I sit down and I can pump out 20 videos and it's like, boom, I'm on fire, answering questions. I had a great session with Janie before, I'm drinking my smoothies, whatever it is, and I am just killing it. And other Wednesdays I feel like I'm not in my rhythm yet and I'm, just not hitting it. And so I'll stop early. Maybe I'll do 5 videos. Or maybe I get to my 10th video and I poured everything into it. It's like, you know what? That's it. I have no more left. There is nothing left here to create another video. I feel like my next one won't be good, so I'm gonna stop. And so it's designing the business, back to number 2, designing the business where I don't need to have 14 videos every single week. I can create more one week and less the next week and so on. So I've designed it to support me and I could stay in my flow. So remember, if you want to de-stress as an entrepreneur, number 1, eliminate distractions. Number 2, design a better business. And number 3, follow your flow. Believe.
When you have lost control of your outcomes, remember that you can still control your actions. You are not in control of the market, of your customers, of your revenue, but you can still control how and where you spend your time. And if you're feeling overwhelmed, it's because you feel like you have no control. We're gonna fix that in this video. So as I'm recording this video, we're in the middle of the coronavirus outbreak. We're in quarantine. I'm here in my place in Toronto, Canada, filming content like I normally do, but my business is hurting. All the businesses that I'm involved in are hurting. So if you look at my YouTube channel as an example, the views were down, the revenue rates on advertising is way down because people aren't advertising right now. My speaking business is 0. I was supposed to be speaking multiple times this month. It's all to 0. My book tour, not happening. And so all of this chaos, so look at my Toronto Dance Salsa business where we teach people how to dance salsa, the largest dance school in Canada, maybe North America for salsa dancing, and shut down, 0, nothing, not happening, right? I mean, we can't have classes during coronavirus. People are not allowed to touch. So our business was shut down by the government. And that sucks. It's easy to get lost. It's easy to get involved in chaos and say, oh my God, it's all over. Everything's spiraling out of control. I can't control what happens with coronavirus. I can't control what's happening with my students and whether they're going to come back or not. All I can control is what I do. All I can control is how I show up every day. I can still make videos. I can still plan. I can still create content. I can still reach out to my team and ask how they're doing and motivate and inspire them. I could still do activities every day. Where people get lost is getting overwhelmed by just staying in their head, saying, oh my God, this is never gonna work out, I don't know what to do, and you're just stuck in a spiral of thinking instead of actually creating, and getting lost in a news cycle and seeing what's happening and checking in 80 times a day to see what the new death toll numbers are, coronavirus, doesn't help you. There's one thing to be informed, and it's great to be informed, and you need to make informed decisions, amazing, but to be overwhelmed by it, to cloud your thinking so that all you're doing is thinking and not have action, that just creates a really strong negative cycle and spiral downwards. Because when you're feeling out of control, the way out of it is to control your actions again, to control your thinking again. But if you're not actually taking any action, then you never actually solve the problem. And so it's doing the best you can with what you have. I am still in control of my time. I can still wake up today and make videos for you. I can still wake up today and do my Instagram stories. I can still wake up today and plan what we're gonna do with my salsa business once we get out of the coronavirus, because this is not gonna last forever. You can still wake up today and choose to be productive on the things that will best drive value for your business and for your customers today. Now I've got a 3-step process that I'm using to get me through this time to plan properly that I'm gonna share with you. Okay, so how do we do it? How do we plan in chaos? How do we get back to basics and get rid of overwhelm and get back into being productive? I've got a 3-step process that I think will help you. Step number 1 is understand what are your goals right now. What are your goals? And this might change based on the moment, right? You might be thinking, well, my goals are I want to build a 10 million subscriber YouTube channel. I want to build the largest dance school period in the world. You've got big ambitions and big goals. When you're feeling overwhelmed though, it can be really hard to think about the big picture. You think that's never going to happen. I'm never going to be, I can't even do what I'm doing right now. How am I going to build that big vision? So the big vision can be motivating, but can also be really scary. And so we don't need more scary right now. We need practical reality and steps that we can move to get our business forward and move closer to accomplishing our goals. So what is in front of you right now that you can focus on? What's the next step? What can you use? So in TDS, right? How can we use this time right now? TDS is my salsa dancing business. How do we use this time right now to plan for a better, I don't know, whenever we can open up again, right? Next semester when we're allowed to open up our doors. So Alex, who's running the business, 1, he's practicing himself and being a better instructor. 2, he's training the instructors who we have to get better and to improve. 3, he's doing Instagram lives on a regular basis with dance moves, but also with his students and helpers to keep the vibe and momentum going while we have this downturn. 4, he's looking for ways to recruit new potential instructors so that when we do come back, we actually have more people than when we started, right? So like, what can you do right now? You can't teach classes. Now you've got all this extra free time. No students are writing in because we don't have a business right now. So you've got all this free time. Instead of loafing around, it's, no, what are we gonna do right now to actually make progress on moving the business forward? Forget about the big goal. Forget about taking over and having a school in every city, right? Don't worry about that. It's too big and scary. Focus on what you have in front of you right now. So for you, what do you have in front of you right now that you can be productive on? Number 2, what can you actually control and make progress towards? So you've got the goals that are in front of you right now. Awesome, you've written those down. What can you actually control? Where can you invest your time? So me, it's Tuesday for me. I make videos on Tuesday. I'm still making videos on Tuesday. I'm still researching. I'm still making the content for you guys to put it out there. For your goals that are in front of you right now, what specific action steps this is how you get out of overwhelm. What action steps can you take towards those goals right now? Because as soon as you start thinking that it's possible, as soon as you start getting into execution of practical steps, the overwhelm starts to go away. Because now you start to feel a little bit more in control because you've chosen how you're going to spend your time. You've been thrown into a situation where you can't control anything. You feel like you can't control anything. The way to take that back is to start to control your time and say, I'm in charge again. So making those lists of your goals and then what you can do right now to make progress on right now, today, immediately starts to let you breathe a little bit easier and feel more in control. And step number 3 is to add in a daily anti-overwhelm habit. A daily anti-overwhelm habit. If you are feeling overwhelmed every day, especially now, coronavirus, all this stuff happening, if you're feeling it on a daily basis, design a habit that's in your calendar every day to get rid of that overwhelm, to help you feel like it's controllable, that things are normal, that you can figure this out. And so for some people, for me, it's music. I love music. I put on music. It's one of the first things I do every single morning. I put on a song. I have a Believe playlist. You can check it out. It's free. It's on my channel somewhere if you want to go look at it, the main channel. And that's what I listen to every morning. And I put on songs. I'm on a trampoline every day, right? So I put on songs that just make me want to move, that make me want to just let loose and celebrate and sing along. That changes my state and puts me immediately into a happier mood. If you want to remove overwhelm, what are the songs that you need to put on that make you feel better, that make you feel calm, that make you feel at peace, that make you feel productive, that make you feel amazing and bold and vibrant and full of energy and ready to go smash the day? Like, what are those songs? What we tend to do is put on things that perpetuate the current feeling that we're in. You'll put on music that makes you continue to feel more overwhelmed. You'll watch news, which makes you feel more overwhelmed. Don't put on media that makes you feel how you currently are. Put on media that makes you feel how you want to feel. Makes a giant difference. For some people, it might be meditation. For some people, it might be going for a walk. For some people, it might be getting some sun on their face. Like, what is the thing? Maybe watching these videos. Maybe watching Instagram Live, maybe hanging out with people and role models who make you feel hope and spread positivity. I'm still making these videos now because I want to spread hope and positivity in these times right now. If that's helping, then watch more videos, right? Or somebody else who you're learning and getting inspired from. It's so important when you're feeling overwhelmed, a daily anti-overwhelm habit that works for you, and schedule it in and put it in your calendar, because it's great that you might feel a little bit better today, but tomorrow maybe it comes back up. You combat it with your anti-overwhelm habit. If you want to know my advice on how to start on YouTube, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there. There's lots of people who currently are
what you used to be. Your purpose is to help them. We're gonna make our first YouTube video.
Okay.